Hello, everyone's. I am here for Basketball Wives Season 8, the reunion part 2. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Now, throughout this week, I have been getting all kinds of suggestions about Basketball Wives and how the show turned so horrible, mainly because Hypocrite O'Neal and her hypocrite crew and the things that they've done. And some of the videos, like it refreshed my memory of how people been acting raggedy and fighting since the show started. But now when OG is aggressive because she threatened somebody, like really, so actually throwing something at somebody is not aggressive, but threatening it is. And we see all the times how how aggressive O'Neal has set back and let Malaysia, Evelyn, Tammy, all these people get into fights and never say anything. Evelyn has bullied or tried to fight somebody since she came on the scene, running across tables, throwing bottles, throwing drinks, throwing plates. Chasing Cece down with a bamboo stick. Tammy, my girl, but she was out here fighting in Miami. She was out here fighting in LA. Malaysia, first season in LA, she was fighting Laura Govan. Had her on the ground fighting her. And then when Tanya did not come in to break up the fight, they low-key bullied her. First of all, she don't know y'all like that. Second of all, y'all two grown people. Third, if y'all was getting jumped, maybe I'll jump in. And fourth, why am I going to jump in and potentially get hurt trying to break you two up? Why? Why would I do that? Megan, she was known for fighting people on Bad Girls Club. Known for it. They showed clips of her doing that. And Shani thought it was a good idea to bring this person who has violent tendencies on this show, and then came on the show and tried to fight, what is her name, Brinks? Whatever that Brinks girl is, I cannot think of her name. I want to say Crystal Brinks, but I know that is not Angel Brinks. Tried to fight Angel Brinks, and Shani sat there on the beach with her drinking food and did nothing as these two women were fighting. But remember, OG is the aggressive one. I'm like, really? Well, then she wants to bring in, well, OG almost knocked me through a wall when she tried to get it Phoebe. Tammy gave you one of these when she was trying to get it Duffy because you was trying to hold her back. When you try to break up a fight, there is a good chance that you're going to get hit in the process. And that is a risk that you're going to have to take. Now, we haven't seen any of the, well, they try to show a little small, less than 10-second clip of OG going after Phoebe and Shani kind of getting bumped to the side. That is the only footage that they can show us of OG being aggressive. See, this is what I think happened. OG came on the scene, was comfortable with who she was, and she wasn't going to fall in line with the hypocrites. She wasn't just go blindly in what they say and go ahead and do what they do. She wasn't going to do that. She had her own opinion. She had her own voice. And she wasn't going to follow behind any of the hypocritical things that you hypocrites were doing. And you guys did not like that. So now we have to spin this narrative that OG's aggressive because she's speaking her opinion. But when somebody else decides to, okay, the group is sitting right here, well, you did this about me. It's fine when the hypocrites do it. But when OG wants to ask why you did A, B, C, and D, now she's making the situation about herself. She's being aggressive when she is yet to put hands on somebody this whole entire season. Now OG's being aggressive with production. She's difficult and demanding. Now when you say she's difficult and demanding, is she demanding that she get the same amount of respect as others? Is she demanding that people give her respect? Or these are things? Because what you may look at as her being demanding is her being like, no, we should all be equal when things are happening. When she wanted to go on stage, was that what you mean when you're saying that she's being demanded with production? When she felt that she had every right to sit on that stage, so she's been on here 2 seasons, and Phoebe just got on the scene, and Phoebe has threatened people left and right and lied, but she get a seat on the stage. Child, hypocrite. You don't even try anymore with being hypocritical. It just flows off of you. You would think that they weren't being filmed throughout this whole season to way things are going down. You just would think that they weren't even being filmed, because it's sad at this point. It's really sad. The whole cast needs to be gone. And if you're going to have this show, bring a whole new cast in. And that's her name. Shani should not be on set when this is going on. Just sit back and collect your checks. Because this doesn't look good for you as a businesswoman, the way you're being so hypocritical. But anyways. OG says that she believes God didn't make any mistakes when he made her. She didn't have to go out here and get veneers. She didn't have to get a new butt. She didn't need to get new breasts. She didn't have to do any of that. She is happy with the way she is. And these girls do not like it. They cannot understand how this girl can walk around with so much pride and self-esteem about herself. She's like, you all have a problem with the way you were made. And your insecurities are projected on me. And I was like, I could see that. And she lets the audience know she's being discriminated again, yet again, because she is forced to tape off in this little back room by herself, her and Kwame. They're forced to tape, well, mainly her forced to tape right there. Yet, people who were throwing bottles, plates, tables, drinks, chasing people with bamboo stick switches are on the stage right there. So how do y'all like that? We get to talking about Jennifer talking about Evelyn's daughter. But my thing is, Evelyn, hypocrite, Evelyn is supposed to be your friend. And not one time when you heard this information, did you not go to your friend and like, look here, girl, your daughter's name is being drugged through the streets. They're out here calling her everything with a child of God. I just, as your friend, we've been friends for 15 years. I just think you should know that. At one point, you never did bring this up. You wait until y'all was in Amsterdam last year to be like, well, I did hear some things. Okay, we're just gonna graze past that. Now we got to get on this whole Anthony situation, and Malaysia, she gets up and walks out before this. Y'all know what's going on. The change of the weather got my voice doing all kind of raggedy mess. Malaysia gets up and just walks off, take her stuff, and chucks everybody to do something on about it. I was like, you wasn't saying anything. Like, your storyline happened later on in the season when you was mad at Jackie. And that is it. Oh, when you try to defend OG against, I guess, defend Cece, Kristen against OG, but not Cece against Evelyn. Yeah, you was not needed. So we got to bring up Anthony. And Jackie says, well, you might want to talk to Kristen because she has a better relationship with him than I do. This one, Kristen's like, you liar. He was all in my DMs. And since he was a friend of Jackie's, I thought that was cool. That was stupid of me, but he had known Jackie longer than he had known me. And he was telling me how he had information about Malaysia and Malaysia's kids and all these other things. And I was sitting there wondering when we was going to bring up how Kristen added that Malaysia's kids were dirty. I was wondering when somebody was going to chime in and say, well, you added that. But nobody did. See, this is why when we have reunions like this, we need somebody who is a YouTuber who is unbiased and who are going to ask all the questions. Because it seemed like he wasn't answering all the questions, and it was almost like he was leaning toward the hypocrites and what they had to say, and like, okay, this is how OG feels, but you know, y'all go ahead and talk type of situation. Or maybe I was just in my feelings. So, I don't know. So, now we got to talk about how OG was all up in the mix when Cece and Christian was trying to make up. So, this is when I was like, no, that wasn't it, because we saw this. We saw them over there trying to talk. Cece and Christian tried to talk. Malaysia was all up in the mix. Evelyn was in the background circling. Like, we saw this. Did y'all not see this? Because we seen this and we was like, hold up. Why is hypocrite over talking about some OG? You don't need to be over there when Evelyn is circling like she ready to pounce on Cece, and Malaysia's standing there. But OG walks up and it's her fault? I'm like, really? OG said I was minding my business. These two was talking. I walked over there. I got me some guacamole and chips and I was eating. When I seen the Malaysia pulled up and when I seen Evelyn over there circling around, I put my chips and my guacamole down and I went to go over to make sure my friend wasn't outnumbered. And I was like, yes. And she was saying how it's tacky and cowardly to hit somebody from behind. Evelyn said in front of cameras that she was going to fight OG. Said in front of camera, said in front of the hypocrites that she wanted to fight Cece. And she's like, I wasn't going to do anything. So, when we seen you run full force towards Cece, who was leaving, you just wanted to talk to her. You wanted to let her know, girl, you left your purse. Girl, you dropped your lipstick. Girl, you dropped your phone. Shiny. So, you didn't see this? So I'm guessing when this whole scene's happened, Shani, she had her AirPods on. She was over there getting something to eat. And she didn't see Evelyn chase, Cece down. When it was time for editing, she couldn't make it there. When the episode aired, she don't have cable at her house. So she wasn't able to see it. And the VH1 apps wasn't working for her. She wasn't able to see. I'm guessing this is how it goes. You wasn't able to see that your friend was running to attack Cece. So how do you explain that, hypocrite? Your friend running Cece down to hit her. How did we explain that? I just want to know. But OG is the aggressive one. Your friend sat in front of you and cameras and the other hypocrites and was mad that Cece got her the night before. And she couldn't take that. Her ego couldn't take that. So she was ready to fight. And when Cece walked away, she was like, this is my chance. I'm a sneaker from the back. But OG was faster and doggone swung her into the bush. I don't care if it was by accident or on purpose. Your tail need to be swung in the bush for trying to sneak up on Cece the way you did. Where am I at? Evelyn saying how she reached out to Chad, her abuser, because OG was bringing his name up. Well, if memory serves me correct, Phoebe brought up Chad and OG because Chad had retweeted a move that OG did. Phoebe brought him up to you. You were mad because OG said, well, Chad wanted me after you, hypocrite Lozada, called her ugly. And she just wanted to let you know, well, if I'm ugly, your ex wanted me. So how you like me now? Where am I at? Oh, yeah. Now she's using my abuser to get at me on social media when you went to said abuser to get information on OG and it completely backfired because he made it seem like OG was out here stalking him. And the way he erased those messages was like, y'all was still hooking up. This is the way it seems to me. the child was still hooking up and he wanted to continue to hook up. So he had to make it seem like OG was all in his DMs and all this other things. Not knowing that OG kept her receipts. And I don't know how true this is, but producers wanted OG to talk about Chad last season. Now, that means Shani knew about this last season. Did she tell her friend? No, she did not. Kwame just wants his name out the woman's mouth. He's mad. Okay. He's not mad at with the friendship between OG and Chad because that was before that they was together. So I guess everyone tried to be slick and be like, well, does he know that you was calling Chad Chatty Bear? And OG was like, yes, because I was texting Chad, my friend, while I was sitting in bed with my man Kwame. Next question. I was like, yeah. Everyone talking about she makes money in her sleep. Wait a minute. I think I missed something. Oh. OG decided to get out her receipts after, the whole Chad situation. She has some kind of machine that shoots out receipts. Kristen, with her nerve, gall, and audacity, is like, oh my goodness, who does that? Your friend, Hypocrite Lazada, brought out a sheet of her receipts. But when Hypocrite Lazada does it, it was, yeah, girl, you did that right there. You gonna crack OG's face right here. It was okay when, Hypocrite Lazada did it. But when OG does it, who does that? I'm telling y'all, these girls, I cannot. Everyone talking about she makes money while she sleep. OG says yes, while you're on your back and sometimes on your knees. I was like, oh no. She said you are a known slut in the industry. I was like, not known. Oh, Kirsten was about slid off the couch and her dress when she heard that. I was like, it looked like she cackled a little bit, but she can't go against the hypocrites. Yeah, that is my husband laughing about he and her watching Martin and laughing out loud. Child, excuse him. Now, we're going to vaguely talk about this little PR stunt that Shani called herself doing because all the backlash of all the colorism that was going on. Now, I don't know if I said this in my last review, but is it me or did Shani, Evelyn, Malaysia, and Phoebe almost look like they had the same skin color? Their complexion looked almost the same, and I was trying to figure out how that was. Now, maybe it was my TV, and I was just, seeing things, but they all look like, almost close to the same complexion, and they are not, and I was trying to figure out that. But let's get on to this little PR stunt that Shani called herself doing. She's saying how when OG came on there, they thought it was good because she's from Nigeria and she was going to show them some culture, but she became so aggressive and this, that, and the third. And we have to bring up this, that monkey emoji that Evelyn put. She said it has nothing to do with OG, so she took her word for it. So let's talk about that monkey gif or however you say the word emoji, whatever it is. Evelyn claims that it wasn't against OG, that she was saying, basically to the effect of, people who don't like you, the people that watch you the most. And she put this emoji of a gorilla. Now, she says when you go to laughing emojis, gift, or whatever it is, that is the first thing that pops up. Not the only thing, but the first thing. So that did not look like a laugh. That looked like I'm being mean. I'm ready to attack. That didn't look like I'm laughing at all. Like, I went to look at different ones. I'm like, look at all these ones where people are laughing, and this is what laughs look like. Not I'm being mean and trying to attack somebody. So you can miss me with that one, but it was sad the fact that you looked at it and felt some type of way, but when your friend put it up there And she just has to say it wasn't about OG. It is not about race. We just take her word for it. She was not trying to be, racist. Even though she called Cece Ling Ling, and she's been calling OG ugly for the longest time, and then you put this up there. We all know it was directed towards OG. It's just y'all so hypocritical. Y'all think we just gonna fall in line with y'all. But us people, we're smart. We know what's up. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on, so when my beautiful face puts a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people. If you're returning, you're a family member, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples. And this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.